Hi, this is Ted Demopoulos. When is the perfect time to start consulting? Well, before people start consulting, there are two things ideally that I like. One is at least 5 years experience. Now, some people start with 3 years or something around that are successful, but there's two reasons I like 5 years of experience minimum. First of all, it's because it's experience, and nobody wants to hire a consultant with no experience, with no track record. You might get hired as an employee and they'll train you, and that certainly happens, but people generally don't train consultants. They want consultants with experience. So 5 years is good. The second reason, equally if not more important, is the easiest clients to get are people you've worked with before. If you worked for 5 years or 10 years or 30 years, you've worked with a bunch of people. And those people have probably spread throughout the industry in multiple industries, and they're the most likely to hire you because they know you, they've worked with you, they hopefully trust you and like you, they know that you do a good job. So 5 years experience is good. Second, 3 months of money in the bank or some kind of liquid reserves. Let's say you start consulting and you're immediately successful right away. You've got 2 great clients. Start working with them in day one. Well, most clients aren't going to pay you in advance. Sometimes they might, but generally they don't. Let's say your agreement is that you're paid, you bill after 30 days, so on a monthly basis, and it's net 60, which is not uncommon. That means they pay you 60 days after they get your bill or invoice. So you're not getting paid for 90 days. Now, do you think billing goes smoothly the first time? Very often it doesn't. So instead of 90 days, it might be 110 or 120 the first time. So you might be incredibly successful, but you can't pay the mortgage. You're not getting paid for like 120 days from when you've started. There are worse problems, and even billionaires have cash flow problems sometimes, but it's a problem you want to avoid if at all possible. So, 6 months of payment in the bank or some sort of liquid reserves and 5 years of experience are great. Assuming you have those, when's the perfect time to start? There is no perfect time. There's always a reason not to start consulting. There's always a reason to start. You've just got to pick a good time to start. When I started consulting, I had a good job. I was working for Hewlett Packard. They were paying me well. They were giving me great raises. I didn't love my entire job, but I liked a lot of it. I loved parts of it. I liked the people a lot. I was treated really well. And guess what? We're in a recession. Friends tried to talk me out of becoming a consultant. At least then the time wasn't right. It wasn't perfect. My father, who was not remotely entrepreneurial, was very supportive, but he had a frank talk with me. Are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure you want to do this now? There's always a reason not to start. There's never a perfect time to start consulting, so you just got to start. So if you're waiting for a perfect time, you're never going to start. What if I never started? What if I was still a full-time employee somewhere? That might be great. It might be fine, but I'd be missing something. It's like I never tried it. Now, it turns out consulting worked out perfectly for me. It may or may not be for you, but if you want to try it, you've got to just try it. Because if you're waiting for the perfect time, it's just never going to happen. So this is Ted Demopoulos. Thanks for listening. Scroll down, click on like, leave a comment, and check out my other videos. Thanks.